Today I have brought you more poems of Sri Aurobindo.
That's what I saw.
Yes. So we can begin with a few of those. You know them well, I'm sure.
This is again a sonnet by Sri Aurobindo, and we as students had been told that in no other place has he revealed himself so fully as through the sonnets. So the first person singular number I represents Sri Aurobindo. The greater plan. I am held no more by life's alluring cry, her joy and grief, her charm, her laughter's lute. Hushed are the magic moments of the flute, and form and color and brief ecstasy. I would hear in my spirit's wideness solitary the voice that speaks when mortal lips are mute. I seek the wonder of things absolute, born from the silence of eternity. There is a need within the soul of man. The splendors of the surface never sate. For life and mind and their glory and debate are the slow prelude of a vaster theme, a sketch confused of a supernal plan, a preface to the epic of the Supreme.
Could you tell us a little bit about this poem? Explain a little bit about it, what it means to you?
It shows how high Sri Aurobindo is rising and wanting to go beyond us who are in nature. And so when we read his text, we understand what he has been trying to do to us to uplift our mind, our soul, our inner heart and outer being also, to open to the light of the divine and grow into fuller human beings.
Thank you.
The universal incarnation. There is a wisdom like a brooding sun, a bliss in the heart's crypt, grown fiery white, the heart of a world in which all hearts are one, a silence on the mountains of delight, a calm that cradles fate upon its knees, a wide compassion leans to embrace earth's pain, a witness dwells within our secrecies, the incarnate Godhead in the body of man. Our mind is a glimmering curtain of that ray. Our strength, a parody of the immortal's power. our joy, a dreamer on the eternal's way, hunting the unseizable beauty of an hour. Only on the heart's veiled door, the word of flame is written, the secret and tremendous name.
Could you again, for those who may be new to the yoga, explain some of these terms that Sri Aurobindo uses? The heart's door, for example.
Mother had held our classes when we were young, and she had said that she has to build us up. It is part of her work in the world and part of her work in the ashram. So she had said to us in the classroom, you mustn't be bound by any fixed idea. Everything that you understand and achieve is one path. And after some time, you have to step ahead. And I used to always quote, I think it is Emerson, who has said, our life is an apprenticeship to the truth that around every circle another can be drawn. Below every deep, a lower deep opens.
Yes, this is very helpful.
From Emerson.
Very helpful that you guide us into what Sri Aurobindo is actually telling us in these poems. We can catch a glimpse, but to go deeper, for many it's a little challenging.
All our teachers always opened to us something or the other that they had captured of Mother's and Sri Aurobindo's approach to the world, to the human being, and to the life of a student also. Because as a student, we had to always go ahead, always learn more. And that was the joy of work in the school, and a very, very strong inner urge for me to understand more fully, to live more fully, to be awake more openly to what Mother was trying to give us. I have to read the sonnet called The Universal Incarnation, and we had been told by our elders who were already here for ashram and darshan and seen the Mother. I was told, today is darshan day. You will see Mother and Sri Aurobindo together for darshan. The Mother sees us thrice a week, but that is her personal side. Today, you have to pray to her. She will be there in her universal and transcendental self. So we had heard that Mother used to concentrate for 1 whole hour before going for the general darshan, so that she can embody and give during darshan whatever Sri Aurobindo wanted to do. Champaklal ji used to stand beside Mother, and Nirodha Narad Barad used to stand beside Sri Aurobindo with a fly whisk so that no flies or anything troubled them. And from time to time they would come ahead, forward and see. And outside the darshan room there were Parichand and Ubichand, two people who were one in charge of the garden service, one in the charge, I think, of the furniture service. I'm not very sure. But they were in charge of things in the ashram, and they were standing outside the darshan room. And if someone was a little too long delaying, then they would come and they'd very gently say, come, it is time for you to move. We would look at the mother would look at us and then give the indication that she has gone in and done whatever she had to do. So we did pranam to her and we looked at Sri Aurobindo. When he said, yes, it is all right, we would do. And I think I told you the story of one darshan when they had embroidered in gold and silver, and I was looking only at the ceiling. I didn't look at them. I did my namaskaram, but I was looking at the ceiling. I was just 13 or 14 years old, I think.
Sri Aurobindo
Sri Aurobindo said she likes beautiful things, but their blessing was always with me.
What is the lesson? What was the lesson?
Huh?
What was the lesson?
Their blessings is on everyone, with us also in the room and in the house. This particular house has a special feature because Sri Aurobindo and the mother had said they'd always be there to bless us. So this house became a little special, and I have not yet done the garden. I was asked by Sri Aurobindo to make of it a flower garden.
Now, did he ask you personally, or?
Yeah, from the skies there as they talk. And I had picked up the garden work downstairs, and from far he said, make of it a flower garden. So from then on I always did, but this year, because of that lockdown and all, I couldn't get the plants I get from Lakeside, Lake Estate. I had stayed at the lake mainland for 1 year, and I worked there on the top floor garden, and I used to water myself, and I used to look after other things, and it was very interesting. The children of the school would come once a week so that they would be in touch with nature. It was arranged that they would come once a week at their appointed hour, 7:45. So 7:45 till 9 they would be there, and after 9 or 9:30 they would return here for their classes.
Who was in charge there? Was it Louis Allen?
I was asked by mother with Tanmay to look after the school as a whole. Yes.
And the school, yes.
The school, yes.
At the lake?
But the lake mainland, I was not in charge. The person in charge was there, and also the person in charge of the mainland. And there were people who were in the kitchen. You know Louis Allen?
Oh, yes.
Louis Allen was in charge, and I was looking after the place, and he was very happy with the work I was doing. And he used to sing very well.
Oh.
I didn't know that. His wife, Olga Allen, mother asked Olga personally to teach songs in English. She said, so that the children get the right English pronunciation and do not start speaking in the Indian way or the American way. So Olga used to teach them songs in English, and to me, Mother had said, I told Mother, Mother, I can't sing. I'm not going to sing. Mother said, tu as une jolie voix, il faut continuer. You have a nice voice, you have to continue. Now, that voice is not there, but Olga remembered. She used to play on the piano while I used to sing.
I knew Olga. I sang with Olga.
I sang, and she used to comment. She used to play. She used to play on the piano and comment. I didn't know quite well the score, but once I was taught, I could follow the score more or less. And one day when I went there, I saw Louis Allen there. At first I was quite surprised. Then he said, no, I'll be leaving just now. Olga said, sing something. And he sang Old Man River. It was just wonderful. Old Man River.
Yes.
I've forgotten the wordings, but it goes on and on and on. You are carrying us all, and we are all moving on the stream that you are guiding us.
He had a very deep voice.
Very deep voice. He had a very deep voice. Olga started teaching me, and there were score books for different voices. We took the contralto for me. Then one day a lady came in. Afterwards I came to know that it was Purna herself, Mother's daughter. We didn't know at that time. We saw a lady who came in and sat down there while we were singing. Then after I had stopped, she got up, she said, it is good, but you're singing from the wrong book. Your voice is a lyric soprano. You must take a soprano. So from then on, every week, Olga, we used to say, today you can go up 2 more notes. How to go up 2 more notes? It will be only a screech. It doesn't matter, 2 notes. So like that she increased my range to 2 gamuts and a half.
Oh, 2.5 hours.
It was all Olga's guidance.
Wonderful. Could you tell us what the mountains of delight are?
He has just said the heart of a world in which all hearts are one. That means we are all contained in that universal consciousness. So when we are ourselves quiet, it is not a quietness either for sleep or for quiet meditation. It is a quietness that prepares our consciousness to receive whatever the Supreme Consciousness will give us. Here, he says, a silence on the mountains of delight that is really a reflection of a sentence by Sri Aurobindo in Thoughts and Glimpses. He says, delight is the secret. Learn of pure delight, and thou shalt learn of God. This, the Godhead, speaks of an incident when Sri Aurobindo was in Baroda. From age 21, 1892, I think, or 93, till 1906, 14 years he was in Baroda, in the service of the Gaikwar of Baroda. The Gaikwar of Baroda was in London, and at that time Sri Aurobindo was a student. He somehow, either through someone who gave a reference that he is an exceptional individual or something like that, he chose him in London to be with him in Baroda. So Sri Aurobindo had told us, actually told his entourage once or twice, that the Gaikwar was very proud of having Sri Aurobindo. He used to say, I have caught an ICS man for my secretary. ICS, Indian Civil Service. As nowadays we have IAS, Indian Administrative Service.
Yes, it's the same.
So at that time it was ICS. So I've got an ICS man for my secretary. And Sri Aurobindo told, I think in the evening talks, while speaking with Purani and others, he had said he had not been Gaikwad's secretary except when he was in the Himalayas. Sri Aurobindo, as his secretary, had gone to the Himalaya with the Gaikwad, and there he served as his secretary. And there's a letter he has written to Gaikwad's office in Baroda from there. That's how we came to know. At that time there were no cars or taxis or anything like that. You had to go by horse-drawn carriage. So he was in a carriage when this happened. That's why he uses the word hooves. You know, it is a horse-drawn carriage.
Could you tell us about Chitradi?
Chitradi? Chitradi, my elder sister, was chosen by mother as head of the whole group of ladies. I have spoken of it before. Younger girls from 18 to 24. Next batch 25 to 40, and the last batch above 40. And as she was head, and we were all helping her, I have said I had to do whatever she asked me to do. So she asked me to take rhythmic gymnastics with music, and Olga used to play on the piano, and we used to do the movements. She would say, she would usually play in the normal rhythm of 4/4, which was easy to follow in the walk. But at times she would take up 3/4, the waltz tune. So she was very happy I found a way of walking with the waltz tune. Lunge, walk, walk. Lunge, walk, walk. Lunge, walk, walk. So it gave the rhythm. There was another one which Monique, our teacher, ballet teacher, had shown me, and that was with a hoop, cross 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that also we had done. The Godhead. I sat behind the dance of Dager's hooves in the shouting street that seemed a futurist's whim, and suddenly felt, exceeding nature's grooves, in me, enveloping me, the body of him. Above my head, a mighty head was seen, a face with the calm of immortality, and an omnipotent gaze that held the scene in the vast circle of its sovereignty. His hair was mingled with the sun and breeze. The world was in his heart, and he was I. I housed in me the everlasting peace, the strength of one whose substance cannot die. The moment passed, and all was as before. Only that deathless memory I bore.
Now, Sri Aurobindo is rhyming many of these sonnets. They are in rhyme.
They are in rhyme.
Yes, many of his sonnets. For example, here, it's rhymed.
Yes, but some of the lines are overflow sentences.
Yes,
So when you have to understand on listening,
yes,
it's important to take it as an overflow line, because then the sentence is understood as a whole.
yes.
So I didn't always follow the end of the line as
No, of course. But it's interesting that he's using rhyme schemes here.
a rhyme scheme here.
Very interesting to me.
That we have to guess, I suppose.
Amita di, are all sonnets a rhyme scheme? Or can sonnets be without rhyme schemes?
Rhyme scheme is the pattern. Sometimes for a quatrain, the rhyme scheme is line 1 and 4 rhyming and 2 and 3 rhyming. Usually it is 1 and 3, 2 and 4.
Yeah.
So here it is like that.
So all sonnets have a rhyme scheme, definitely.
Beg your pardon?
Sonnets have a rhyme scheme, definitely.
Sonnets have usually sestet and octet, rather octet and sestet, and all depends upon the poet. You can have 4 and 4 and 2 and 2, it depends on the poet's decision. We have to understand it, whether he has used octet and sestet or whether he has used for three, 4 line stanzas with 2. I think that is more important. The rhyme scheme depends on the poet and the one who is reading, but too much stress on the rhyme scheme takes away from the meaning of the poem.
Oh. Then what is the essence of rhyme scheme then, or like use of rhyme scheme, if there is no emphasis or inflection needed?
There is no question of use. It is a normal pattern in poetry from time
sound.
immemorial.
Okay.
From the time people are writing, rhyme is very important, in a children's song where the sound is repeated, I often, as a child, I was brought up with English people in Burma, Rangoon. We were in Rangoon, and they taught us English songs, nursery rhymes, which I was very fond of. The train is off to London town, London town, London town. it is a very common one. And little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating his Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." You know, as to be fond of these, and as a child, as to sing. And my aunt used to say, "Enough, that's enough of it, you now do something."